You know, we just can't foul them. I don't mind the mid-range stuff, but if we're fouling them, they're getting their defense set up. So we got to avoid fouling.
Thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, Taylor, Tyler Herro off the broken play, unable to get the clean shot off. Steve Kerr and Golden State stopped 2 of this 13-day marathon road trip. They begin the night number 6 in the West. Desperately trying to get into the top 4 with all those teams bunched together in the middle of the Western Conference. Jimmy Butler here in the booze when he's touched it. That is... And boy, the kids, the youngsters playing really well for Steve Kerr to start this game.
They started 1 of 9, now have gone 4 of 5 from 3 for the Warriors. That's a clean look there by Herro. He held him pretty much in check, and that's the second for Herro.
But again, based on what Steve Kerr touched on in our conversation with him, our number 1 priority is to limit Herro. Have to be pleased with what they did in the first quarter, as post quick release is short. Offensive rebound, Green. Opening moments of the second quarter. Draymond looking for Butler underneath, and they get him. Ware.
Great timing there by Ware. That was a dead shot layup for Butler, and Ware came out of nowhere.
Anderson going to get him reset to Mitchell. Mitchell probing Butler on the defense. Here comes Anderson. Ware from deep. And that thing's tracked down to the corner by Highsmith. Shot clock resets. Here comes Mitchell into the corner. Miami, 1 to shoot. Highsmith, and another offensive rebound. Here comes Herro, but that pat him so lethal.
Offensive rebounds, which led to that floater by Herro. Miami to win the boards.
Heat shooting at nearly a 50% clip. Post thought about the 3 into the paint, left it a little bit short. And right now, Miami winning the battle on the glass. Here comes Mitchell in the blink of an eye, like a light point of the night for Miami.
Boy, Mitchell was like a blur in the open court.
Here comes Draymond up with the little floaters, and Draymond getting his first points. Again, no Stephen Curry. If you've just joined us, you got the report from Taylor at the top that stayed a couple of days off before their next road game, so just trying to get Curry healthy.
Yeah, they don't play again until Friday.
From that point on, they'll have 10 games, and it's going to be a sprint. Reggie, you just consider everything that's at stake. Where they fit in the Western Conference playoff picture is Ware misses the floater.
How badly do they want that 6th position, right? So they don't get into that playing situation, which Kerr, that's offensive foul on post.
Catching fire, and Minnesota. But they're only 2 games back of the top 4. The Lakers right now are the current team in the 4th slot in the West, as Tyler Herro comes down the paint. And T. Crew
averaging 25 points in the primary focus at the offensive end. So we know defensively they've stepped up their intensity. Offensively, they figured it out because they played through Jimmy Butler. He gets so many quality shots for so many people.
Blockbuster trade that really shook up the league and changed much of the landscape in the West on the 5th of February as well. Tonight, Jimmy Butler back in Miami for the first time since that deal. Pat Riley's in the house. And Golden State right now, Red's trying to play out of a 12-point hole. Miami on a 16-5 spurt. Tyler Herro against Hield. Little hesitation. 1 to shoot. Ware. And it's a shot clock.
The impact is right there. They were sitting 10th. Now they're holding on to that 6th spot and a chance to move on up as well.
Good looking.
There's other spots there's been up in bringing in Butler. They need a superstar. In my opinion, changes the dynamic of your team at both ends of the floor.
And remember, they not only traded for Butler, they also gave him a 2-year extension, over $100 million. So now they've got the contracts lined up for their big 3 with Curry and Green. And they feel like they are primed once again to get right back into the championship chase.
And this is who they need to get going. 0-0 in blue and Jonathan Kuminga. He's the X factor on this team. If he can find a way to fit in, especially off the bench, this team can go to a different level. The fit hasn't been great with Jimmy Butler on this team.
Ware on the box with Hield on his back. Ware elevates. He's got all that length and offensive talent.
Love it. He's active. He changes and blocks shots at one end. He can stretch the floor. Look at how long he is right there.
Bloomington really became a key cog once all that Jimmy Butler drama and suspension started to happen here. And what a future that young man has in front of him.
35% shooting for the Warriors thus far in this first half.
Knew that this would be a potential struggle without Stephen Curry, but clearly having some offensive issues. Ware on the baseline, working underneath by Draymond.
Looking at Dennis Schroeder like there was contact, no foul.
Draymond.
Zach told him to cut it out, play ball. Enough is enough. Enough talking.
Kuminga gets it back. He's going to let it fly. Still trying to find his form a little bit. Coming back from that injury. Draymond gets it back to Hield, and they just can't shoot straight. Golden State is 5 of 18 from deep. Tyler Hero against Podziemski. Reset Mitchell, knifing inside. Good defense by Santo underneath over the last 6 weeks. Just think of the defensive potential with those two guys on the floor.
And the comments 5 on the shot clock here is a 3 from that guy, and how hard he works and everything in his approach to the game. So much respect.
Indiana, Boston, Phoenix. And on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app.
And here comes Phoenix.
Indeed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any more interesting in the West. Suns team that has been dealing with high expectations, obviously, the last couple of years. Here comes Hield all the way to the NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience. Happy to have you with us. Downtown Miami, Spiro Dedes, Reggie Miller, Taylor Rooks, rest of our TNT crew. Jimmy Butler's return to Miami. Golden State playing without Stephen Curry. And right now playing in a 12-point hole. Here comes Adebayo. Has been impressive so far. Hard fake against Looney and left it short. And now it looks like Bam a little bit hobbled. Here comes Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga, 7th game for him since his return from that ankle injury. Hard move by Mitchell.
Pull up 3 here.
What beautiful bounce pass underneath Looney. First shooter, 55% on the season.
Way to jinx him, Spiro. You didn't have to say that as he was getting ready to attempt.
So 1 of 2. They did get the first, so technically not.
You didn't say anything on the first.
You got me. So a 9-point game. Shot clock into single digits. Wiggins against his former team. Just a pretty.
And that's 1B between him and Hero. Being more aggressive. That wasn't his role with Golden State. He was more of a complementary defensive player. He has to score on this team.
He had 42 against Charlotte, 2nd high game of his career, and 30 against Houston prior to that. Ware got part of 6 years at
Draymond Green, player like that, grieving, going through a process and understanding there's bigger things in basketball, and especially in life. And you have a locker room that supports that, can take you a long way.
Wiggins gets into Adebayo, left it a little bit short. Warriors looking to push with Hield as we cross the 2-minute mark now before halftime. Kuminga dribbled it off of his foot. The officials say deflected. 10 to shoot. Podziemski. Boy, beautifully done. He got here on his back, and then he bounder. Gets it to Butler. Well played by Highsmith. Podziemski, 1 to shoot, off balance, and he missed it. Good point. Miami getting into the Warriors tonight with their defense. They've given up only 38 points. And the Warriors shooting sub 37%. Burks left open, and he kicked. 8 points for Burks. It's the best Miami has looked. After a little bit of a ragged start, off balance little flip by Kuminga, fight for it, kept alive Butler. Kuminga in a crowd.